Okay, my name is Tochi, and this is beginner's class in Forex. If you're watching this on YouTube, kindly do us good to subscribe to this channel. More educational contents like this will be posted for beginners and for advanced class. Now, back to the class. We are here. Now, yesterday I spoke about candlestick patterns. And I told you that candlestick patterns can tell us what are we going to do in the markets? What are we doing in the markets? And Tochi, please buy. Tochi, sell. Buyers are coming into the market, buy with them. Sellers are coming into the market, sell with them, and so on. These informations are printed on these candles you see this way. These informations are printed on these candles you see this way. Now, I told you something yesterday about doji. Someone said I should explain more about doji. That is what I want to do now. And we had some of that candles which we spoke about yesterday, doji. We spoke about engulfing candles. Engulfing candles. Hold on, I'm coming. We spoke about engulfing candles also. Hold on, I'm coming. Let me pull out my chart. I'm coming. I'm trying to bring out the image of yesterday. Okay, now we spoke about doji yesterday, and we said that doji is an indecision candle. Why is doji formed? Doji forms when buyers are trying to buy, sellers are trying to sell. Now, the both of them comes together and form a doji. They form a doji candle. Now, when you say doji candle, that is how we manage it. That is how we use this to analyze the market. Now, I'm going to try to look for a doji candle. Yesterday, I told you that the forex market moved from the left to the right. From the left, it moves like this to the right. From the left, it moves to the right. So if you're a total beginner, you understand what I'm saying. It moves from the left and it prints to the right. It moves from the left, it prints to the right. Now, I'm trying to look for a doji. Okay, in the absence of getting a doji candle, because it's rare to spot that in market. In the absence of getting a doji candle, we spoke of hammers yesterday. Hammer, the hammer candle. Now, there is something you do. If you turn the hammer upside down, it becomes still the hammer, but we'll call it another name. But for this class, we are going to leave it as hammer. Now, look at this. Look at this. This is a hammer. Hammer, a big head and a small body. A big head and a small body. You get me? A big head and a small body. That is what a hammer is. And the same thing applies to the hammer when it's facing up. The hammer also, when it's facing up, is also known as a hammer. Now, let me get that noted also. Let's look for the hammer when it's facing up. Look for a hammer when it is facing up. Oh, when we are talking about doji, this is an example of doji also. This is also an example of doji. This down here. This one. This candlestick pattern is doji. This candlestick pattern is also known as doji. Now, and also, this one is facing down. This is a hammer. is facing down. And this also, you can regard this as hammer also, but it is now facing up. This one, I'm talking about this one. Now, getting to know all of that, then we get down to the next one, which is engulfing candles. Engulfing candle. What do you mean by engulfing candle? Now, engulfing is, it happens in between two candles. Now, look at this candle. Look at this candle. And look at this candle. You will see that this candle here is bigger than this one by the left. So what we are saying is saying this candle is engulfing this one at the back, engulfing, like closing it, like the whole of the body is inside. So this candle is engulfing this candle. There are more to candles, like the high, the low, the body, and everything. That we will learn when it comes to the advanced class, which Ms. Jenny is going to share with you very soon. Now, this is engulfing. What does this tell me? This tells me that buyers are in the market. Buyers are in the market. Buy. Buyers are in the market. This is a sell candle, but this is a buy candle. Now, once this engulfing prints, it's telling me that buyers are in the market. I should buy. When buyers come into the market, you should be buying. Not when you are seeing candles flying, buying. You will now want to be selling. No, you are doing wrong. You are doing wrong. So I just cleared what we were saying yesterday, where I stopped yesterday, which I said I was going to emphasize today, which is the candlestick chart and price pattern, which comes with doji and the rest of them. Now, we're going to the next one, which is building a strong foundation in trading Forex. Now, I'm going to break this down. If you need to make money in Forex, because all the things you are seeing here is candles. Now, if you come to me and tell me, Tochi, I want to buy, how do I buy? How do I know I need to buy from here? How do I know I need to buy from there? That takes us to technical analysis. Technical analysis. Why do you need to register for TradingView? TradingView, they have the free version, which everyone here can use. Even myself, with the free version, I can do wonders. Now, if I have there's no reason for me to pay, though. If I have to pay, it's just for me to use a feature called backtesting. In case you are watching this in future, in case you're going back, when you are already a pro in Forex, in case you're going back to watch this video, I use this for backtesting. I don't use it for indicators. I use it for backtesting. When you join us in the advanced class, you will understand what I just said now. You will understand what I just said now, and you will laugh at yourself. You'll be like, oh, I was like this some time ago. I know, oh, everyone was like that. It's all right. So, what do we need TradingView for? We need this to be able to give us the technical analysis. Technical analysis comes with support and resistance. Am I drawing trend line? What am I doing to determine I need to buy at this spot? I need to sell at this spot. I need to do this at this spot. Now, away from technical analysis, another reason why people buy and sell can be fundamental analysis. When I say fundamental analysis, I mean, example, we all know of US dollar. Now, US dollar is owned by USA, that's America. Now, if something happens in America, or the president of America brings out a report that is negative for the dollar. Now, if that report drops, fundamental analysis is already showing that there is a threat on dollar. Across the market, dollar will be weak. Across the market, dollar will not have strength. Dollar will fall down flat, and every other person will be going up. Dollar will be coming down. Every other thing will be going up. So that is fundamental analysis. But here, for this course, we are going to be laying emphasis to technical analysis. Technical analysis. And when we are talking about technical analysis, we make use of lines. Okay, let's try this. We can make use of lines, we can make use of rectangles, and so on. So let's switch. I just did something now which I'm going to explain shortly. Now, look at this market. Is this market going up or coming down? Tell me in the comment section. Is it going up or coming down? Is this going up or coming down? Just type it in the comment section. Let me know. Oh, good. Down. Oh, yeah. This market is coming down. Now, if I pull out this, look at where I'm clicking. I'm clicking this arrow 2. If I pull out this arrow 2, I draw a line from this top. I draw a line to touch this guy. To touch 2, at least 2. Now, I put down this line to touch this first guy. I touch this second guy. Adjust the line. This is just like drawing. It's just like drawing. Now, with this, if I extend it to touch this third guy, now I can adjust it. If I keep adjusting this downwards, there will be a point where I'll be like, oh, okay, let me touch these 2 together. I'm shifting this left, going out together. Now, you see that as this line touches here, it comes up. When it comes up back again to touch this, to touch the line, if you sell from here, you will be in profits. If you sell from here, you will be in profit. Selling is at a point. Selling at a point. If you sell from here, you'll be in profit. There are more to this in the advanced class. There are more to this in the advanced class. But what you need to know is that in technical analysis, we make use of lines. We also make use of straight lines like support and resistance. You can take it as support and resistance. Like example, let's do a little example. Now from here, we get down to this point. Like I told you, Forex goes from the left to the right. So here, number 1, it hits here, it went up. Number 2, when it's coming back to that place again where it hits, when it's coming back to that place it hits. Now, let me extend this line. It came up here, it hit down here, this line, up. Now we have this coming down. When it comes down again, you buy. You buy up. Now, on the third touch, you will see that it's coming back to touch it. This is another buy again. Do that, you entered buy from here. At this point, you will be making a lot of money. This is what example of support and resistance I just showed you. This example of support and resistance I just showed you. Now, resistance is going to be at the bottom, while support is going to be at the top. Resistance will be at the bottom, while support is at the top. This is support. Support is always at the top. Resistance is always at the bottom. At resistance, you buy. At support, you sell. At resistance, you buy. At support, you sell. That is the basic form of technical analysis. That is the basic form of technical analysis. And 2, without making our time run too fast, I'm going to show you something else that will baffle your mind, which you need to know. Now, everyone, let me zoom this out. From here to here, how many candles can you count? from this point to this point, how many candles can you count? How many candles can you count? Show me 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wait again. How many candles can you count? Candle, the candlesticks in chat box. How many candles can you count? For me, I can count 1, this blue, 2, this red, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 candles here. Now, there is what they call time frame. Time frame in Forex. Time frame simply means inside. Okay, let me break it down. Let me break it down to on a lighter note. Now, according to a popular song, inside Ivia, another Ivia day. Okay, inside this candle, there is still another candles inside. This candle was made up of, this particular long candle was made up of many candles inside. This particular candle was made up of many candles inside. This particular candle was made up of many particular candles inside. That is coming down to time frame. That means this time frame that I am now is 2 hours time frame. 2 hours. What does this tell me? 2 hours time frame. It means that this candle, it took this candle 2 hours to form. After 2 hours, this candle will stop forming. Now, 2 hours has not completed. That is why this candle is forming here. This candle that is forming has not completed 2 hours yet. This candle took 2 hours to form. This one here took 2 hours to form. This candle took 2 hours to form. And this candle took 2 hours to form. That is time frame. Time frame. Now, let me delete all this. Let's go over to, let's pick one candle. Let's just pick one candle. Let's pick one candle. Now, if I am going to pick just this candle, I'm going to draw this box over this candle, this long red candle. You know, I told you each of this candle, because I'm on 2 hours time frame, each of this candle took 2 hours to form. Now, inside this candle, how many of 1 hour is inside 2 hours? How many of 1 hour is inside 2 hours? Tell me in the chat. How many of 1 hour is inside 2 hours? You know, we have 1 and we have 2. That's, we have 1 hour inside 2 hours. Now, this candle, if I change over now to 1 hour time frame, if I change over to 1 hour time frame, this is where you get it. I change over from here to 1 hour time frame. Let's see how many candles is going to be inside that box. How many candles do you see inside that box now? How many candles? The candles inside this box now is now 1, 2. You know, when I was in 2 hours, I saw 2 candles. I saw 1 candle. We have 1 candle, 1, and we have 2. Now, I want to step down further. Now, I want to go to 15 minutes. 15 minutes time frame. Let's see how many candles will I see inside this box. How many candles will I see inside this box? Now, it's going to take me 15 minutes. How many candles will you see inside this box? Count with me. Look at the box. Now, count with me. At the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I didn't count this one at the back. You see, that is how many of this 15 minutes candle is inside 1 2 hour time frame candle. Does this make sense to anyone? Type in the chat box. Does it make sense to anyone? If you are lost, tell me you are lost with what I just explained now about this inside EVIA, another EVIA day. I'm lost. Okay, Victor. Okay, Jude. Okay, that's very good. Okay, let's take it this way. Let's go over to, for this sake, let's go over to 1 hour. Okay. Now, this is 1 hour time frame. This is 1 hour time frame. That means this candle took 1 hour to form. This candle took 1 hour to form. This candle took 1 hour to form. And this candle took 1 hour to form. This candle here took 1 hour to form. This candle took 1 hour to form. Now, let's do this. Let's take this candle now. Let's take the high of this candle and let's take the low of this candle. Now, I've drawn that candle out. That means inside this box now, inside this box, that is where our candle is, inside that box. So now, let's count how many. Now, if I change over to 30 minutes time frame, if this candle is 1 hour and it's 1, if I change over to 30 minutes time frame, it means it has to be 2 candles. Watch. Let me change over to 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes. Look inside that box. It changes to how many? 1 and 2. Does this make sense to you now? You that said you're lost. Does this point now, does it make sense? Just give me in the chat box very fast. Very fast in the chat box. Good. Now, okay, that's very good. Those that said they didn't understand. Now, since this is 30 minutes time frame, inside that 30 minutes time frame, just use the slang of inside this EVIA, another EVIA day. That's inside this candle. There is still another candle inside. This candle is 2. Now, if I switch over to 15 minutes, the candle will now be how many? Tell me in the chat box. If I switch over to 15 minutes, how many will the candle be? That is, it should be 30 minutes divided by 2. 30 minutes divided by 2. 4, right? Good. Now, let's switch over to 15 minutes. Okay, let's switch over to 15 minutes so you count it. 15 minutes. Now, how many can you see there? How many? Now, we have inside the box, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4. Now, inside this 4, if we still want to break it down again, how many candles do you think, if we change to 5 minutes, how many candles do you think will be there? It will be 1 hour divided by 5 minutes. Now, let me go to 5 minutes. You see how many candles? The candles are now very plenty and now tiny and tiny and tiny. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Now, if you are lost, still type I'm lost. With what I just explained now, if you are lost, tell me you're lost. Oh, good. Which means people are now let's switch over to 15 minutes. Let's take 15 minutes now. Let me clean this out. Now, if I change to 15 minutes, what is the meaning of this? What is the implication? I'll tell you. Jude, I'll tell you. Now, I changed to 15 minutes. This candle is 15 minutes. It took 15 minutes for this candle to form. It took 15 minutes for this candle to form. It took 15 minutes for this candle to form. Good. Now, let's just pick one of the 15 minutes. Let's just pick one. Let's just pick one. Now, inside this now, we want to break it down. How many of, if I change to 5 minutes, how many candles do you think you will see there? Reply in the chat box. If I change to 5 minutes, how many candles will you see inside there? Just tell me the number inside the chat box. If I change to 5 minutes, Osao, yes, 3. Now, let me change to 5 minutes. You see it, I have 1, I have 2, I have 3. So what is the essence of this? The essence of this is that if I am not seeing what I need to trade on 4 hours, I will switch over to 2 hours. If I am not seeing this clear, I will switch over to 15 minutes. If I'm not seeing this clear, I can change over to 1 hour so that it can be clear. Because in this place, in this academy, we have a particular thing we are looking for. We want the chart to form something like this, something like that. Then when it forms it, we will now sell or we will now buy. So if you don't see that thing forming in 4 hours, you can change over to see it forming in 2 hours. Or you can change over to see it if maybe it's forming in 15 minutes so that you can take a trade. That is the essence of that. Now, we have a lot to cover. I spoke about support and resistance earlier. You have to go back and watch this video. I spoke about the summary of candlesticks and the pattern, and I spoke about introduction to time frame. It's an introduction. Now, everyone listen to me. Listen very. What if, okay, let me do it what Victor said. What if you change it and it doesn't form? Yes, if you change it and it doesn't form, then you leave it, you don't trade. You wait until it forms. You know, Ms. Jennifer told you earlier that we have many currency pairs. We have Euro USD. If it's not forming in Euro USD, you can change over to like Euro JPY. If it's not forming there, you can change over to like USD card and so on and so forth. Now, our class here is very, very limited. What I mean by limited is that we always like to limit the class to one hour. We always like to limit the class to 1 hour. Now, this shouldn't be your last learning because you seriously need to upgrade. Like I told you, like everything which we've done in these past 30 days, most people learn it, like they go to Forex class, Forex seminar, and they learn it for like 3 months, or they use months to learn it. Now, you've been brushed up to some level, but not the level to take trade. You've been brushed up to some level, but not the level to take trade. There are so many things about this than it just meets the eye. But first, let me tell you how Forex works. Now, as long as you hear my voice, I'm going to tell you a secret. As long as you're hearing my voice, and I have taken my time to be talking to you. Now, the difference between you and making your first 1 million naira, I said it. That's if you have not made 1 million before. I mean cash. Then my 1 million naira be this. Is the distance between you and making 1 million naira is just from here to here. Trust me. If I sell from here and I stop here, bro, just getting to know that this is meant to sell and you take this trade and it goes your way, you are very close to making your first 1 million naira. Why many people fall for Forex scam is because people know Forex gives money. So they rather use it to scam others. It's better you learn the right way. It's better you learn the right way. Learn from who done lost before. Learn from who has been missing before and later find its way. Now, trust me, if you make $1,500, you're already a millionaire. $1,500 does not take you anything. It just takes you to sit down on your charts and study it. And when you study it, execute, and that's just it. Execute, and that's just it. You understand me? So, well, I know I've tried my best to like touch some places with a very short time. Please, please, and please go back and watch this video. Please go back and watch this video. I want to make this class a very short one. But trust me, you can be in my team. In fact, I called Miss Jenny and I told her that, Miss Jenny, okay, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but let me just have some little party around me. Let me just have some people around me so that, you know, let's just be that what I'm doing, I see it's working. Let this other person be doing it. So that if it's working, they say in Igbo language that when they gather and they I don't know how to put that slangs together, but when more people are together, you can have great progress. We can have great progress. We are much in this group. We are over like 15 here that are very serious, that be consistent and all that. If the 15 of us can gather and be like, let us crack this code of Forex. Trust me, 2 months is too much for you to be a millionaire in Naira first. I'm not saying in dollar. I'm saying in Naira first. Do you know how much is Naira now? Naira is almost 900 plus. Naira is almost 900 plus. So check it. If you make $1,000, that is 900K. You are just like 100K away from making your first 1 million. So this is going to be a secret between us. I'm going to stop recording at this point because I want to say so many things, and I wouldn't like it to be, you understand what I mean? So it's going to be between the both of us. You understand? It's going to be between the both of us. So let me stop recording. So that